Welcome to Domain 1, Section 1.9, AI Procedures and Manuals. In this session, we will look at how standard operating procedures apply to AI, why AI is not just another ordinary technology system, and how organizations can use AI itself to help write and improve their procedures. Why does this matter beyond the exam? Procedures are the detailed, step-by-step instructions that turn a high-level policy into consistent daily action. Knowing how to adapt them for AI helps you make sure data is handled safely and outputs stay trustworthy. And knowing how to use AI to draft procedures carefully can save your team enormous time without sacrificing quality. Let's start with the basics. Standard operating procedures, manuals, and playbooks are familiar tools in any solid technology and cybersecurity program, and many of your existing procedures will already apply to a new AI solution. The trap to avoid is assuming AI is just another ordinary system. The clearest reason is data. AI consumes enormous amounts of it, so your procedures must cover how data is collected, handled, and protected when training and validating a model, and how it is cleaned and standardized, because that directly shapes the quality of the output. Procedures also have to stretch beyond the technology team. Security teams must build ethical and human rights considerations into AI procedures, covering areas that older procedures never anticipated. And crucially, AI procedures must reach across the whole organization, not just the technology department, staying aligned with the acceptable use policy and responsible AI principles, so that AI stays secure and trustworthy everywhere it is used. Because best practices here are still maturing, teams can adapt their existing, proven procedures, always reflecting the organization's risk appetite and regulatory landscape. Now for an interesting twist. Organizations increasingly use AI to write the very procedures and manuals they need across all areas, not just technology. Generative AI and natural language processing, which is the ability of software to read and understand human language, can automate much of this drafting work. But it is not as simple as typing a one-line request and trusting the result. The old computing rule of garbage in, garbage out applies fully. So some preparation is essential before you even start. That preparation has two main parts. First, determine exactly which processes and procedures you need, defining the scope of the request so prompts can be tailored and the output can be properly validated before it is shared. The security manager should make sure stakeholders know how to describe a process clearly enough for the tool to work with. Second, use language processing tools to analyze your existing documents, pulling out key information, workflows, and keywords to create consistent formatting and wording. And dictation tools can even help capture prompts by voice. One principle must never be dropped: human oversight. Generating procedures with AI usually takes a back-and-forth conversation to refine the result, and the output is only ever a starting point. Always circulate the draft for review and verify it with your standard practices. Beyond drafting, AI can keep helping over time. It can analyze user feedback and sentiment, test a process through trial and feedback learning, and flag anomalies or bottlenecks so procedures can be continuously improved. Let's bring it all together. Standard operating procedures and manuals apply to AI, but AI's heavy use of data and its ethical dimensions mean you cannot treat it as just another system, and procedures must span the whole organization in step with the acceptable use policy. AI can also help author and refine those procedures through generative and language processing tools, but only with careful preparation and, above all, human review of everything it produces. You now know how to extend procedures to AI and how to let AI assist safely. Every important topic and idea from this session is covered in the multiple choice questions on RooCloud.com. Before you move on to the next session, work through the chapter-wise questions there, because practicing recall is the fastest route to exam readiness. Practice first, and then move forward with confidence. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next part.